it's Laura Coleman Waite with Just Muscles here in my garden, showing you a real quick warm-up for your run, walk, sprint up and down the stairs while you are home dealing with coronavirus. So the first exercise is to warm up your hip flexors. So there's 3 muscles that can pick your leg up off the ground. Hip flexors is your body's first choice to pick the leg off the ground. Quad is your body's second choice. Shin is your body's third choice. So you're going to let your knee come in just a little bit. You're going to keep the leg itself loose because you're trying to teach the hip to pick the leg up off the ground. And you're just going to pick that leg up not quite to 90 degrees. And you can do it marching in place. So you're trying to pump up that hip flexor to pick that leg up off the ground. This is exercise number 1. And then I'm going to show you where the muscle is in the anatomy in just a second. Okay, here is the hip flexor muscle. Thank you, Complete Anatomy 2020. This is called the iliacus. It lines the inside of the hip bone and comes down and attaches to the top of the inside of the femur there. This has a best friend named the psoas, and the psoas is this big chunkamunka right there. It also comes down and attaches to the top of the inside of the femur. The motion of the psoas and the iliacus working together is this. This is the hip muscle picking the leg up off the ground. So when you're trying to pump up those hip flexors, your leg is relaxed and you're trying to engage the very, very deep, and both of these muscles do the work together to pick that leg up off the ground. Pretty cool, huh? So exercise number 2 for a really quick, easy warm-up is walking sideways. So you're going to put your weight on your heel. I'm going to put my weight on my right heel right now, and I'm going to keep my legs straight. If you bend your knee, then your quad starts to help. So keep your legs straight, take a tiny little step and walk to the side. Tiny little step, walk to the side. Now I'm going to switch and put my weight on my left heel. Going to put my hand back on my hip here and see if I can feel my glute fire as I drive through the heel. I'm trying to get calf, hamstring, glute. That chain reaction up the back of the leg. Walk sideways for 1.5 minutes. So now we're looking at the back half of the body, and we currently have 0 glute muscles. We're about to add some layers of glute. Whoops, I accidentally stripped down the muscles. So this is the glute minimus, that little guy right there. This is the glute medius, that little guy right there. And then we have our friend, my favorite glute maximus, that monster guy right there. So the cool thing is, see how the muscle fibers run on a diagonal. So the reason you want to walk sideways is that gives that muscle the ability to contract in the direction that the fibers actually run. If you keep your legs straight, then hopefully you can keep your quad out of it, but the goal is to get that glute to contract and to contract equally on both sides. That's your glute, and then just below the glute is 1 hamstring, 2 hamstrings, and then there's 1 more right there. 3 hamstring muscles. So we've got the glute, we've got the hamstring. Classically underused because they're dominated by the quads, the front of the body, especially that guy right there. Oops. That guy right there. Okay, that's your anatomy lesson for today. Number 3 for your quick moving warm-up. Hamstring curls, walking hamstring curls. So you just got your glutes to work. So you're going to engage that glute a little bit and bring your heel up behind you. Just kick your booty and feel those hamstrings on the back of your leg engage. The thing you can do is throw your hands on your hamstrings and see if you can feel the whole back of the leg engage, because there's actually 3 hamstring muscles. That's not as important as just actually waking up those muscles and making sure your quads aren't super dominant and you've got some balance between the front and the back. Hamstring curls, walking hamstring curls with a little bit of glute tied in there for 1.5 minutes.